All right, so here we are at the old Grand Avenue Mall, which was on Wisconsin Avenue. It's in between the river and about 4th or 6th Street. I think it, way back in the day, it was anchored by Gimbel's on one end and Boston Store at the other. Well, this was the open mall. I used to walk down here from Market High in the 1980s, and they are opening a 3rd Street Market Hall, which is coming soon. So totally revamping this place. I don't know if those of you remember this back in the day. This was that big open mall area. You can see actually see the elevator right there. Looks like they still have that elevator with the glass windows. Pretty nuts. And up there, that was the big food court, right? I mean, go in there and have a little orange Julius, a drink, and there's plenty of stuff to eat in there. There's a Rocky Rococo's, you remember all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what this all looks like coming up. And the reason I stopped in here, I actually came in to go to TJ Maxx to grab an item, and here we are. So it looks like that kind of cuts off. I think that is a bunch of offices down there that used to go through. Obviously, it connected. It went all the way down. Like I said, Boston Store, or not Boston Store, that would have been Gimbel's. Boston Store would have been west that way. And yeah, so those anchors, unfortunately, or for better or for worse, are long gone at a lot of the malls. And so we are left with a lot of open space, commercial real estate. So let's just take a peek up here. I came through this way and thought, you know what, I wasn't intending on recording anything today, but if you have any recollection of this mall, I thought I'd definitely have to make a video. This is pretty cool. Wow. They are really doing some work there. So I'm not sure when this is all opening, but when it does, it'll be pretty cool. Hopefully, they've tried so hard. You got a little fitness place. Try not to look like a weirdo and film the people that are working out. But if you remember, all of these places were these were little storefronts. So you take that little artery right there and hit a store. It's just amazing. It's incredible. Some of the malls are still around in Milwaukee, but I think the biggest one that took a dive was Northridge off of Brown Deer Road. My wife grew up in Cedarburg, and they used to drive from Cedarburg to Northridge. That was a real treat for them in the weekend. So I do know a gentleman who actually has a commercial real estate office in here, and he also lives here. So there are apartments on higher floors, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they're making use of all this. So yeah, that's where we came from. Kind of cool. Ample parking out there, and so now we're just walking over the street. Yeah, I remember, boy, this was lined with tables, and people are out here eating and talking. There were vendors here as well. This was really a happening place. And Grand Avenue obviously had its heyday way back early 1900s, but then was revived a bit. Like I said, I remember in the 80s it was really kind of a cool place to hang out. Even come down here in college and hang out as well. Right down the street from Marquette University. The reason it's called Grand Avenue Mall was that what is now Wisconsin Avenue used to be called Grand Avenue. It was lined with mansions. It was pretty incredible. In fact, if you go on the website for the Pabst Mansion, the gentleman there does a nice job of talking about the mansions on Grand Avenue from back in the day. Look at this place. It's gorgeous. Pickleball. Isn't that crazy? At least they're making use of the space. So the people that are living here, and that looks like some kind of an apartment So, hey, maybe this is where they live. They go down and do a little pickleball. Pretty cool. It's coming up on winter time, so I'm bundled up here, just losing the hat for a bit, so the camera jiggled a little there, my bad. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how this all transitioned. So, and that would have been the side with, I believe Gimbels would have been there way, way back. But yeah, boy, I remember this from 30 or more years ago. Some of it looks a lot the same, but some of it has definitely changed. So we're almost done with this little tour here. I'm gonna run out of real estate, but we might as well take the stairs. Nice little office area there. Oh, this will at least tell us what's going on at Grand Avenue. So UWM, top 2 levels, office tenants, the Y, apartment, and then food court, TJ Maxx, Walgreens. There's a, what's it called, Baby Foot Locker? We'll see in a sec. So there's that old staircase. Let's look at the beautiful railings here. Really, really historic and cool. And like I said, we're almost to the end. Sorry, I get a little fired up about the old hardware. I think that's kind of neat. And let's see. And finish over here. I think that's John Plankington. Yeah, he did a bunch of different businesses in Milwaukee back in the 1800s. I know he was involved in meat. So probably did some slaughter evisceration, packing of meat. Made a lot of money. There he is. This is the Plankington house, I think, back in the day. So they named this after him. Cool. Yeah, we got Kids Foot Locker. All right. And here's a little thing on MacArthur. Little General MacArthur. So he is from Milwaukee, if you didn't know. It's kind of cool. And that is about it. So we will head outside. Bid Mr. Plankington a farewell. See you, pal. And we're out the door. Well, there he is again. Yeah, there were actually meat companies that spun off from his. And so he had some guys, oh, sorry you had to look at my mug. There are some guys that spun off from his meat company and did their own thing. Maybe the Layton brothers and perhaps Patrick Cudahy. So, although I'm not quite sure. And this is Wisconsin Avenue. Get a little taste of the avenue on a Friday in mid-November. It's the Riverside, and we'll pan this way. This is really kind of a neat theater district. They upgraded hotels down here, particularly in anticipation of the Democratic National Convention, which of course did not happen because of COVID. Kind of funny, we just ran into the mayor of Milwaukee walking down here a few minutes ago, and he's looking at possibly becoming the ambassador to Luxembourg. So whatever your politics, he had to go through a lot of stuff with the COVID thing and keeping the city going, and it's been some good things happening. A lot of redevelopment, which is good. So, and of course the Brewers and the Bucks kick some butt. All right, well, I think that's enough for this. So hope you enjoyed Grand Avenue and got a good look at it. So here's 2nd Street, and yeah, this Grand Avenue, as you can see, and we went over that skywalk that would take you all the way down. Actually, let's go down a little bit. Hopefully I don't get hit by any cars. Cool. Warner Theater. It's actually quite gorgeous there. Nice setting. We did the Doors Open Milwaukee, I think it's called, and there will be a video of that coming up on Wisconsin Places Are Cool. I just gotta put the videos together because it's in pieces. But yeah, Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, that is their home, which is kind of neat. I wanted to get down here because this is going to be the main entrance of that 3rd Street Mall. And so I don't know if I showed it on the video, but we walked over this Walgreens, and that's part of the mall. So I hope this thing takes off. It's so cool to just walk down here. They've got apartments, majestic building. It's pretty majestic, I'd say. So they're doing some renovations. So it's really neat what they're doing. Milwaukee's a great place. And again, I've said it before on some of these videos. I've been to so many cities in the US and Europe, but this has got a little everything and it's not too big. So yeah, this will be the main entrance. Kind of neat looking. Let me just give you a quick panoramic view here. And hopefully this works. And again, all the way at the end, a couple blocks down, that would have been Boston store. So I'm gonna head this way to a cafe and get a little work done. Hope you enjoyed the video.